Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Zinche. Feel free to call me Z.
And I'm Noëlle. Feel free to call me Noëlle.
And welcome to Diaspora Horse. Good morning.
Good morning.
We just had a sleepover.
A sleepover.
You
like
know?
back when we were roomies. Just like old times.
We went out to a networking event, a Black journalist networking event, and that was lovely in Brooklyn, in Flatbush. I Heart Little Caribbean. And then we came back and watched Housewives and went to bed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And ate suya from Brooklyn Suya.
Ooh, shout
So
out.
good, so good.
Shout out West Africa. It was really good. Shout out Brooklyn Suya. And now, today we're going to be talking about our hair, black hair. And at the same time, Noëlle is going to help me take my braids out.
Which is such a Black girl like thing. Growing up, my mom, when we would have braids, would tell us like to invite our friends over. We would have an unbraiding party, and it would be like your friends would come over and they would help you take your hair down. And
I love that.
Like all my childhood, and then in college, I would do that with my girlfriends as well, cause like make it quicker, just chatting while we do.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I guess I had my mom and my sister, and they would help, but it wasn't like a friend thing. I love that you had that experience, and I love that we do that now.
Right?
Yeah. To be a Black woman, it's such a beautiful experience. So we're gonna move into the other room because we
Gotta get comfy to do this.
Yeah,
Gotta
exactly.
lock in.
And we're going to talk about our experiences with our hair in media, you being a bold baddie. And I too was a bold baddie once.
Period. Yeah. You shaved.
No,
though.
I said I wanted
See,
it off.
I've never done that actually. I did a big chop, and then I've done like, this is as low. This is the most I've come. But bald.
Yeah.
Yeah. Period.
Just go.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, we'll see you in the other room. We're going to do the first cut on camera. I might just do this whole.
Like braid?
Yeah.
Are these scissors strong enough to cut through it?
Yeah. These are. I'm using fabric
Heavy
scissors.
duty? Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Cut it. Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be easy to take out.
Okay, period.
Especially short. Yeah.
So.
Did you ever, when you had braids, like cut them and then it, like wear them short for
Yeah.
like a week?
Yeah.
I used to do that when I would be in like the last 2 weeks of my braids, or my mom would put rollers in them and then like dip it in boiling water or whatever, and so then I'd have curls for the last week before taking them out.
Yeah, braids are. Do you remember the first time you got braids? I mean.
I don't know if I remember the very first time, no.
My mom used to braid my hair when I was little.
Oh, see, my mom never knew how to braid, but we had a lot of like women, like either like at my church or family friends who did.
Okay.
Yes.
What did you like your hair when you were growing up?
I think at times, I mean, there was definitely, I always wished my hair was longer, really was the main thing, I think.
Longer and straighter for me.
Yes. Definitely longer. And I feel like I always had like, or like wished I had like a looser curl, like a more spirally, less kinky type afro texture.
Yeah.
And I felt like there was a lot of negative messaging out there like when I was in middle and high school, especially like 2010s. It was rough being a Black girl online, like before some of the more like, you know, Black girls rock kind of positivity.
Yes.
Like on Twitter and stuff. I remember seeing a lot of really mean memes and stuff about like short hair and Black girls not being able to grow their hair long. And my girlfriends who had longer hair always like got more attention from guys, or even the whole the term good, she got good hair or whatever.
Right.
All hair is good hair. I remember when I tried to stop using that phrase.
All hair is good hair?
When I tried to stop saying good hair.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was a very common thing you would hear growing up in, at least in my Black American hometown. Like that would be very common, like she has good hair, you know?
Yeah.
And by that they meant like looser, curl, longer.
Interesting.
Often maybe like someone who was mixed, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like all hair is good hair because it's your hair.
Yeah, I had I've always had really thick hair, and so it was long when I was young, but I only ever really enjoyed it when I used to get it relaxed or permed, as you guys would say. So, but my mom also didn't let me do that until I was older, because she had
bad experiences.
Exactly, and it had damaged her hair.
Yeah.
So I appreciate her for that. But because my hair was so thick, the adults who were doing it used to complain and be like, your hair is so thick. And so I grew up kind of thinking that it was bad. That's why when it was straight, it was easier to manage. And so I saw that as like a positive.
Yeah.
When in reality, it was like...
It just needs a little more care.
Yeah, you just need to spritz some water and conditioner on there, babe. I know you're tired and you're not in the mood to do this, but you decided to do this.
Yeah. No, that's very true. Like, a lot of Black folks are taught that, like, their hair is difficult.
Yeah, suffer for beauty.
Or that and that natural hair is like harder or more work and like, you know, I think that it's fair to like make the case that like it takes a little more TLC for it to thrive, but that doesn't like mean that, you know, it doesn't have to mean something bad.
And see, that brings me back to capitalism, because a couple years ago, I wrote an article that was like a regional walk through the history of African hair braiding. And hair, like you're saying, when you and your friends would gather, hair is like a communal thing to Black people. And it takes more time and it takes more hands. But because we're all rushing to get through things and it's expensive to get help now because people are, and rightfully so, monetizing because it is a skill, it's harder to get it done, so we see it in like something we just need to endure. But I think we're getting a lot better at that, like you said, and we kind of giggled at it yesterday, but the Black Girls Rock and the embracing, like in South Africa and in Africa, embracing our
the natural hair movement,
you know, like allowing ourselves to exist outside of wigs and weaves.
Yes.
Did you wore wigs and weaves?
Yes, I did. I had my first weave in high school, and that was like, woo, life-changing. Like,
what was the texture?
The first one I had was like, it was straight, and it was not super long. I look back at pictures of myself, and you could not tell me nothing when I got my first weave. I think it was probably like my 14th birthday, 15th birthday, and like felt like such a baddie. But yeah, I think, and I had weaves like on and off throughout high school and college, and I wore wigs for like a brief period after finishing undergrad, like 2018, 2019. But by 2019, I had cut my hair. But with sew-ins, I didn't take good care of my hair while I was wearing weaves. So I like really damaged my hair a lot. And sew-ins don't have to inherently like automatically mean like your hair is damaged. But I do think because if you're doing leave out, and if you're wearing a straight weave and not like a curly textured hair, it's like you're trying to manipulate your hair to maintain a straight texture. And I didn't have a perm, so I'm like sweating it out. I'm in the shower, in the gym, like anything, rain, trying to avoid the rain. Like I never realized how much of my life I spent and revolved around not getting my hair wet. But like, yeah, with weave, when I would wear it, I ended up damaging my hair and like my front kind of like edges area from just like straightening it, putting too much heat on it, and trying to, you know, blend it with the weave, obviously. And then obviously when wigs came about, I think a lot of girls did a lot of damage as well then from the lace front with like the gluing and stuff.
Leaving corners in for too long.
Yes, every day. It's just,
my mom didn't let me wear a weave until after high school or wigs. But same, when I got my first weave, girl, I can see the photos I took in my mind right now, and you could not tell me
a darn thing.
Shit. And oh my gosh, I was like, wow, I'm so
I'm beautiful.
Wow,
oh
like,
my god,
I've arrived. Like this is why is it taking me so long?
No, I literally. That's exactly how I felt.
Definitely some like internalized stuff, but like we said,
there's nothing. Yes,
we both grew up wanting to have longer hair,
right?
And weaves and extensions have existed forever,
right, exactly. And there's nothing. It's the idea when you equate like femininity with long hair or beauty with long hair. Exactly. There's nothing wrong with wanting to enjoy a longer style.
Yes,
like. if you want to like switch it up, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But it's like, yeah, I definitely was like feeling like that's beauty.
Yeah.
That's the standard.
This
like
is what
that
I need to look like all
yes,
the time.
exactly. Oh my God. And I remember too in college, I wouldn't even give my hair a break in between styles. Like if I was taking my braids out, I had to get the weave. The appointment needed to be the next day. Like whatever style I was doing next, I didn't like wait a few days. It had to be literally booked the next day. And I remember even like that would happen even with like dating. Like I was like, wow, like the guy I dated had never seen my natural hair.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Interesting.
Mhm.
I feel like sometimes I'm in that space with my braids where I'll go from one style to the next because I'm just not in the mood to deal with my afro, and also because it's still growing and I'm not yet indulging in natural hairstyles, which I will, and
Yes.
but it's just so easy, especially because it's summer.
Yes.
And
And braids, you just wake up.
Exactly. And I just look,
Yes.
braids are just,
Yes.
okay.
And honestly, if you're a gym girly, I feel like braids are kind of one of the only real options. Because like we're saying with like wigs and weave, unless you're doing again like a curly texture or something you can blend easily with your hair, that's like you're gonna sweat it out. Like that's just
what it does.
That's just what our hair does. Yeah.
Right.
So braids are definitely the easiest. Like you said, swimming, the beach, we got sunscreen on our forehead.
Exactly.
Like,
and like you're saying, the rain.
The rain.
When I have braids,
Last night.
I'm freaking one with the world. Like I don't care.
Feel the rain on your skin. Exactly.
Okay, so how is it being? Well, you were saying that there's
controversy. Can I call myself a baldy? Let the people decide. Am I bald enough? Because
I said, girl, you have a lick of hair on your head. You are basically bald. It's like spray paint.
I call myself a spray paint.
It's just for color.
It's like when men get the what is it? In the front to make it look like their hairline isn't gone. No, because I posted a video showing my swirl haircut. Shout out to Raheem at 1K Blessings Barber on 125th in Harlem. But someone commented on my video and was like, you're not a baldy, you have hair. So I guess I'm not considered a baldy. You guys tell me. But no, honestly, when I first cut my hair, it was a 2019, right before we started grad school in New York. So like right before moving here. So it was built very symbolic too, as they say when women cut their hair, it often is. But it was because honestly, I had like at that point been wearing wigs. I had a lot of damage. My mom suggested it because she was like, honestly, like just to kind of start fresh. And so I didn't initially plan to wear it short forever. And I had like a little fro for maybe the first 2 years. And then I started like experimenting with like wearing it lower and lower until I'm at where I am now, which I honestly is how I like it the best.
Yes.
But when I first cut it, it was funny because I definitely felt like very like, I have freed myself. The shackles have been released. Of like, feeling, particularly because I had had an obsession with long hair for so long as a young black girl growing up. Like, I very much, that was always what I wanted. So for me to be feeling fully beautiful in like my short hair, like the most beautiful I've ever felt, the most myself felt like a real accomplishment. And at the time, though, I even still had some, like, still unlearning to do, I think, because I remember when I first cut it and I had a little fro, kind of like you were saying, like learning to love your little baby fro was, like, a challenge because I realized that, like, I was using all these little custards and creams and different coiling whatever, and I was trying to make my hair, like, create a certain type of curl, like using those little sponge things that people rub on their hair to give it that like, and it never was how I wanted it to look. And eventually I realized, again, that's not my hair type. That's not your hair texture isn't, you know what I mean? And I think
so you were trying to recreate the texture.
Yes, that's what I realized. I didn't realize that initially though. Like because I was trying a lot of different products. I was watching all these videos of just like women with short hair, but like there was a specific like softer little, probably a little 3C curl, well not 3C, like a 3A curl. I'm like a 4A. But like I was definitely like trying to make my texture something that it once again accepting yourself and loving yourself as you are and not trying to make your hair specifically do something that it's just maybe not gonna do, you know?
What do you think about what do you think about like naming characterizing hair textures by like codes.
Yeah, you know, I feel
like because we tend to ruin things, but I can also then understand that people in like hair school need to be able to
classify in some way, and I think it's for education purposes as well.
Yeah.
So that if you like, for example, if I'm trying to figure out what hair products work for my hair texture, and you know, if I can know what texture I am, then that kind of points me in a direction as far as like what if I see a video and a girl tags at 3C, I know she might, you know, or 4C, I know she might be similar to mine. I think it's hard because nothing ever fits really neatly into those boxes, and a lot of people have they say different textures. Like one section of your hair could be like one and another might be totally different. So yeah, I'm sure it's not really foolproof or super, like if we really break it down, I'm sure it has its own.
It has its own things.
Its own problems as well. But yeah, I think in a sense of just trying to better, like learning your hair.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That can point you at least in a starting point. But yeah, that was something I still realized I had to even unlearn of like the texturism. Like I thought I had freed myself from like, you know.
Yeah.
Some of the pressures and like just expectations of beauty, but realizing, okay, here's some weak spots still.
When I shaved my head, I did that in September 2020. Growing up in South Africa, it's a lot more affordable to get your hair done at a salon.
Yeah.
And so I grew up, or is it, guys? In my experience, it was. If you're South African and you grew up... No, but there are salons everywhere. So, but let me know, if you were in South Africa, did you typically go to a salon? But when I moved here, I could not afford it because, you know, it is really kind of expensive and I guess niche here still because, you know, Black people are only recently...
Well, there's a lot of them, but they are expensive.
They're very expensive.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot in Harlem and in Brooklyn, but they're not cheap is the thing. Yeah, it's not affordable.
So I couldn't, when I first moved here, I just did not have it in me and in my pockets to go and do it professionally. So I started doing it myself, and all of that, my hair's so thick, my hair's so hard to deal with, started coming up. And I really, really hated doing my hair, and it was so knotty and I wasn't taking care of it. And because it was long and big, I was like, it's fine, that means it's healthy, but it was falling out. And so one random Wednesday, I was scratching my head and it was so itchy, and I just walked into the bathroom and I started shaving my head with my ex-husband's razor, and he walked, and then I couldn't do the back, and I opened the door and I was like, can you please help me with the back? And he was like,
my God.
Wait, babe, what's going on? And I was like,
you didn't even tell him you were doing it?
No, I just walked into the bathroom and started shaving.
I thought that you were having a psychotic break.
And then
especially in 2022, he's like, oh no, the pandemic has broken.
Honey, oh my gosh.
And honestly, at that point, you're like, we're inside, I might as well. If I hate it, whatever.
And so I shaved my head bald, and I took a shower and cried. And then I was like...
Doesn't it feel good, though?
Girl.
There's nothing like water on your scalp.
The first couple like centimeters were the most perfect experience ever. I could go into the shower and wet it, and it would be dry in 30 minutes.
It's actually kind of crazy how good that feels.
So
yeah.
Good.
I love that.
I loved that. But I definitely also had an experience of, I am beautiful. I don't need, like, hair is just something that's on top of my head.
I actually do think that is something that's good for a lot of Black women to, like, experience cutting your hair, even if you don't wear it short forever, because, of just the history of how our hair has been politicized and, like, treated as if it wasn't beautiful. And so learning to see that it is just another feature, like your toes, like your knees.
But there's just so much
weight we put on it, and so much beauty that is expected of it. And then it's like, because when you don't have any hair, your face has to really, like, you have to look at your face. Like, this is you,
This
girl.
is you.
That's you. Yes. We don't realize how much we hide behind our hair.
Yeah.
Women in general really hide behind our hair.
Men too. I mean, some of them wear hats all the time.
No, men too. Right, exactly. Men as well, because of course, men men in Baldwin. We were just talking about the little spray paint, like going to, where's it, Turkey, where they get the hair transplants. Wearing hats perpetually. So yes, no, there's definitely not just women. I think, you're right, men too.
That's an interesting pivot, talking about men in the hair space. You go to barbershops.
I do.
As a woman, what's that like, girl?
Girl, yeah, sometimes not good. Sometimes okay. It definitely, I've had experience of certain barbershops where it definitely feels like I'm in a locker room,
right?
And or like the golf course or the like the like whatever, when men are just speaking freely.
And they're also kind of probably putting it on because you're beautiful and they want to get a reaction out of you.
Yes, and definitely some of them will flirt, and that's annoying because I'm just here to get my hair cut like anyone else. I used to go to a queer woman that was in a male barbershop. That was a really great experience.
Oh, yeah.
She ended up moving though, left me. And so I've definitely shopped around, and kind of like you were saying, I went to a salon when I first cut my hair here in New York, but they wanted to charge me, and I had a little fro then, but not that big of a fro.
Yeah.
$90 to cut my hair. $90
to trim it.
To trim it. It was this much, and I wasn't even doing like a design at that point.
Now, my black sisters, you are worth it tenfold. You are worth it tenfold.
And I want you to make a living with
But why would you do that?
I had literally maybe this much hair. It wasn't even a design like what I have now. It was literally just cutting it lower and like lining whatever up. Yeah.
I know you need to have a business and scale it up, but like
madness. I could not believe that. And it was like too late because they'd already done it.
Okay, but now that you're, not to get in your business, but now that you're in a better position financially, if you were in that position still with the hair, would you pay $90 for it?
No.
Yeah.
And also, not if I'm not getting a whole like shebang experience.
A whole shebang.
Like I feel like growing up in the
a whole shebang.
Growing up in the salon with my mom at the salon, it was a whole experience, and it was like a women's like safe haven. It was like they would be having champagne, they would be gossiping, they would be like, it was like beautiful. It was a nice like full experience. It's not like that, at least often in my experience anymore. So yeah, I've been in the barbershop with the men's.
Yeah.
Move over, homeboy. I'm next. My dog, thank you. Yeah. Dapping them up, like, yes, absolutely. And honestly, yeah, I feel like I've just kind of learned, like, if the men are being annoying, I just ignore them. I definitely, my barber, though, you can't be annoying. I was going to one where he did annoy me for a little bit, and I had to stop because he would have just, like, what do you think about it? Women and men and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not here for that.
No, cut my hair.
So just cut my hair. Or sometimes what I notice as a woman going to a male barbershop is that I often come in with a very specific vision in mind, right? Like, especially because if I'll do like designs and stuff. And there was one barber I was going to for like a good year because he did do a good job, but he would never, do you remember he would never do what I asked?
He would freestyle.
And I would feel like, hello?
Well, this is...
And by then it's too late. You already cut it. Like, and I can't see. I'm spun around backwards, like upside down in the chair. So, and it would be like, because I think he wasn't used to. Because I think a lot of guys just be like, "Oh, just line me up, just a
like
number
make
two,
it look good.
whatever. Just make it, fade, like whatever." But I'm like, no, I want to swirl. I want to be in the back. I want it here over my ear. Like, I'm very specific. I'll be on Pinterest sending you pictures, and I feel like he didn't like that. I feel like he felt like.
I know what I'm doing.
Exactly. My creativity. I'm an artist. And so he would always be just doing something totally different. And so I had to stop going to him. So I've had a lot of barber adventures trying to like find the right person. I really like where I go to now, Raheem. Shout out to Raheem. He does exactly what I asked for. He's really good. He definitely takes his time. So I'm like, I gotta get comfortable. But it's because he's like a perfectionist.
Yeah.
And he's not weird and doesn't like say anything inappropriate or like make me uncomfortable or anything. So far I like him a lot, and I think I'm gonna lock in. As long as Raheem keeps it up, I'll continue going to him. But it definitely is interesting as a woman, like being in barbershops and stuff and trying to, I've never had some where it's totally fine and there's nothing, but you can definitely have other experiences.
Yeah, because it's also like, besides, Raheem, you don't know the rest of those men.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're different all the time.
Exactly. And then, men, when they are around each other in the presence of a woman, start acting different too.
Yes. More animalistic and stupid.
Yes, their animal instincts.
Yeah.
peacocking around, like
Peacocking,
showing off their feathers,
swinging
like,
their
please.
dicks. Yeah, it's awful.
It's awful.
Okay. So, how did your family react when you first started like going
Ooh.
short?
Well, so it was my mom's idea to first cut it, but I don't think she thought I was gonna go as low. How low can you go? As
Wait, so you said it was a big chop.
It was a big chop,
Okay.
yes. Right. It was like not shaved bald like what you did, but it was like, you know, like a little fro, like a big chop.
And it was like, my hair's going crazy, let me.
Yeah, I was like, I just in the front had a lot of heat damage.
Right.
And my edges were breaking.
Right.
And like it was longer in like the back, but shorter in the front, and just not like good. From a lot of like leave out over the years of weaves, and then a lot of like half wigs and laying all that and blah blah blah. Okay. So it was my mom's idea initially, and over time as I got lower and lower, I don't think my parents love it, to be honest.
Love it? Like currently?
Yes, currently.
Oh.
My mom will be like, it's short enough. Like when I'm telling her I'm going to get a cut, she's like, it's already short. I'm like, but you have to get it redone, Mom.
Right. Like it's like a whole thing, babe.
It's like a you like
like it's my foot is sick.
Yes. And out of my bridal shower, I had a very like all over the place design, like very crazy swirly on the sides. I loved it. And my mom, the first thing she said was, why did you do that?
When you got the misses?
Not the misses, for the wedding shower in California in August.
Right.
That was when I first started doing my swirl. And now it's just a swirl on top, but at the time, he had done a swirl on top and some stuff on the side and in the back.
I remember on the plane.
On the plane. Those pictures went crazy. My mom hated it.
Oh.
Hated it. She was like, that was the first thing she said was, why?
Oh, wow. But you know what? That is a testament to the journey you've taken, because I was afraid to show my mom. So I shaved my head, cried in the shower, and then I put makeup on and I took photos because I was like, I want to like see what I look like.
Yeah.
And then I posted
and you look beautiful. I
Instagram.
remember those photos. And we had not become really close then. And I remember the photos. They were beautiful.
Thank you. But I was so afraid of what my mom was going to say that I posted the photos on Instagram before I told her. So that she just at least knew before when I spoke to her, and she was like, I saw your photos.
What'd she say?
She was not happy. But I feel like, sometimes I feel like because of maybe like our ancestral knowledge that it's a communal thing, sometimes I feel like our moms take ownership over our hair.
Yes, and especially if they think you have beautiful hair.
Yeah.
Or like when a parent has a beautiful child and they get complimented, it's like, oh,
yes.
thank you. Yeah, I did
exactly.
That. Yep.
Like, or they were in charge of maintaining it for so long that they forget that like I'm in charge now. I'm the captain now. You know?
Yeah. And then also, of course, as we know, our mothers, everything we've dealt with growing up with black hair, dealt with it probably even worse. Our mothers, just because of past generations. Like, at least our generations now, more recently, like we were saying, with the black hair movement, natural hair movement.
The fact that has to be a thing.
The fact that not even in all 50 states yet, let's get it there. But the fact that the Crown Act, you can't discriminate in the workplace.
Because people were doing so much of that.
Yes. And like, so some of that is probably our mothers even thinking like, oh, I don't want you to not get a job because your hair. Yeah,
because your hair doesn't look good.
And I remember when I cut my hair, and the first time we had the career fair at CUNY at our grad school, I remember that was my first time ever going to like a networking thing with like my short hair. And I remember being nervous and thinking like, is that gonna be a thing? And it wasn't at all. I have to say, I will give the journalism industry, I gotta give them that. Knock on wood, I have not at this point, at least thus far, even with my really short hair now, had negative experiences in the workplace related to my hair. I've actually had a lot of, and maybe that's also being here in New York, so, you know, shout out to our sisters across the country and across the world and other places that maybe aren't as open-minded. But I feel like I've actually had a lot of positive feedback.
Oh, yeah.
So that's very nice and affirming.
That's true, especially because journalism tends to be, and you're on like a...
When you're forward-facing or on camera in some way, can definitely, you know, your appearance plays into it.
Yeah. My work is also very... I mean, no one has ever really commented on what I have done with my hair, whether I have like a scarf or I've had pink braids and they were chill about it.
Yes.
I've done, I like to have fun with my hair, but they're very open, and I know my mom loves me, but because I'm experimenting with my afro, I'm trying to be kind with myself. I can be very judgmental because my hair was long and I did have a big afro, and now I don't have that. But I'm like, girl, that took you like 20 something years to grow.
Yes.
This is like a 5-year-old afro. And this is probably how big my afro was when I was 5.
You were 5.
So, like, be nice to me.
That's so cute.
And so I'm trying to, like, enjoy it, but also, so I'm allowing it to be different lengths. Sometimes when I have shrinkage, I'm like, actually, I look beautiful. Let's fucking film the video right now. Exactly.
You know what you should do? Bantu knots. Have you ever worn it in the Bantu knots?
Yes.
Love that.
That's
real cute.
I should do that. Too. I should get like different colored
Ooh,
ponytails.
yes, little different colored rubber bands. Yes, that would eat.
Yeah.
But no, I love that. I'm glad that you're doing that. And it's hard because again, you think you've made a lot of progress and you feel like you're making these steps, and it's like, dang, I still have some areas to work on with my self-love, and that's good.
Yes, it's a lifelong
journey. Yes, exactly. And I mean, we're working against literally centuries of propaganda and messaging that are telling us the opposite. So
no, honestly, I know that it sounds like superficial or it doesn't sound. Okay, I'm just gonna say it because I don't know what I'm talking about. We are the most free women that they've ever been. We're the most free Black women.
You're saying like in history?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like there was literally a time where in the South, hating ass white women told Black women they had to cover their hair up because they were hating ass white women. Like now we're allowed to do whatever we want, and it's like very fun. And the fact that you can exist on TV, that I can exist on screen, and no one can take something away from us because of the way we look. At least like for the most part. There are still corners of the world and very big pockets of the world where people are doing exactly that. But in our individual experiences as Black women, we have, relevant to our hair, been able to be very free and fun.
Yes, which is beautiful. And hopefully we'll just continue to grow more in that direction and get better.
Yes.
For our daughters and sons. Because them too, because there's all those news reports across the country of like boys in school with their locks being told that it wasn't dress code, and like there was one boy they wouldn't let graduate. I can't remember. We'll have to look it up and link it in the description. But there was one boy that I think he couldn't get his diploma, and they wouldn't let him walk at graduation or something because of him wearing dreadlocks. Or when I remember there was also a time where a lot of young Black boys I saw growing their natural hair out and wearing it in various fros and different shapes and styles. So yeah, shout out to our brothers as well.
Shout out to our brothers.
Trying different things.
I have my colleagues and really good friends. 2 of them have locks.
Yes.
And is that true? Yeah, 2 of them have locks. And I have never been in close proximity with people with locks before.
Are those not popular in South Africa?
Not so much. I honestly would see more women with locks.
Oh yes, okay, not as much on men.
Not as much on men.
Interesting. Yeah.
That's more West African.
Okay.
Maybe even East. But maybe it's more popular now.
Yeah.
But I never really looked at locks, but I think it's beautiful.
They are beautiful.
I've told you that I feel like at one point in my life, maybe I could
lock
my
see
hair.
you with locks, super long, like earthy Black woman,
twisted,
yes, making
thick.
Like oils.
Yes, tending to my plants.
I see it for you.
Yes,
I see it.
I could
playing your guitar. Yup.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
It's giving Lisa Bonet.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I could definitely see myself doing that. And also that would be so fun because now I'm realizing I've seen women with locks where they'll have like the boho thingies. Yes. And you can do so much.
You can do locks are very versatile. That was another thing that I think in recent years people have realized that locks are actually a lot more versatile.
Yes.
Shout out to Chloe and Halle Bailey. Because I think they've done a lot of just variety with their hair, and I'm like, where'd the locks go? Like they showing what they can do with their locks and how the locks can be styled.
Where the locks go,
and then, you know what I mean? Because they'll be wearing like all these things like that I don't see the locks.
Yeah.
And then also doing a lot of styles with their locks. My sister-in-law has done a lot of like different she'll get at the wedding like the updo whatever she had. I was like, that was really pretty. And her locks she's only had for a couple years. But it's like, obviously she'll go for her retwist, and then they will do it into, some sort of braided style. I love that.
Can I say something?
Yes.
And you let me know if you want to co-sign this. But in my locks journey, I used to find the growth messy.
Yes.
I used to think it looked like untidy,
unkept. Yeah,
because I grew up being told you need to brush your baby hairs and blah blah blah.
Your kitchen. That's another thing that I feel
kitchen.
like. Yes.
My mom used to call my family used to call them gangsters.
Call what gangsters?
Your baby hairs in the front and in the back.
In the back, we would call it the kitchen.
Woo.
Yeah, no, I definitely used to like also feel the same way of like thinking that locks looked better when they were like freshly retwisted.
Exactly. And I think I've grown out of that.
Yeah, I think that's another just form of like unlearning the idea that our hair has to be neat. And what does neat even
what
like?
Does neat mean?
Yeah, like neat and perfect all the time. Yeah.
One time, my friend, I have a group of gay friends who are mostly non-black, mostly Caucasian, and Pete, hi. But Sean and I are black, and we will go on trips and we'll swim. And one time he was like, I'm gonna go upstairs and do my hair and make it look good. And I said, look good to who? And he said, oh.
Clocked.
And that was such a beautiful moment because he was like, right, like I'm just here swimming and like whatever. Another thing, I am a water baby, and
Love.
I hated that I couldn't swim as freely. But I when I would get my hair relaxed, I would always the first day swim and then like flip my shit and whatever.
Yes, and you feel like literally like a mermaid and it's all slicked
like the
back.
fantasy is real. It's happening to me finally. And then my hair would get messed up and my mom would be pissed. But like, let me be free.
Yes. That was how I felt having braids growing up.
Yeah.
When I would get, because we would usually get it in the summer. Like throughout the school year, we would have like, you know, whatever our hair would get. Like, I never had a perm or a relaxer growing up, but I did get like just pressed, straightened or whatever. And then in the summer, we would get braids usually because that's when we were swimming and at the beach and stuff. And yeah, I would always feel like, oh yes, now I'm just whipping it and just
a beautiful mermaid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
It's just like a mermaid thing.
A mermaid.
Yeah.
It's just a mermaid thing.
But,
and that's what, and hey. And look, the Little Mermaid now, what is black? Now we have a black Little Mermaid with red dreadlocks.
Representation matters.
Look at that.
Representation matters.
And you know what? She ate that. The red lock, it looks so good. And I'm like, yeah, a mermaid would. Like, Sebastian has a Jamaican accent, so it makes sense. Like, she would be.
It all makes sense to me.
Exactly. Love.
Okay, what else? I think that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Love your hair.
Love your hair. Even if you're not black, you should love it.
Yeah, everyone, because it's yours.
Because it's yours. And honestly, my black sisters, brothers, and people, our hair grows like a tree.
Toward the sun.
Towards the sun.
Reaching for the sun, closer to God.
Can we get into that?
Amen.
We know who we are. Okay, we're going to do the rest. Goodbye.